Good morning, Drawing 1 students. This is Mr. Henson, and I'm going to talk about the drawing process. I want you guys to go really slow. So what you want to do, first of all, is you don't want to hold the pencil right here, okay? That's way too close. You're not writing a check, so you want to hold it back about like this. Now, when you're working on value, and we'll get into that later, when value, you want to hold it back to here, okay? And then you want to make slow marks to build up the value like that. But when you're drawing, it's a process, okay? Some of you have emailed me and wanting to turn in the assignment that's due next Friday early. Like, drawing is a discipline, okay? You want to go slow and it's a process. So the main thing is you want to hold it back here where you can see what you're doing, and you want to lightly make a shape, okay? And then the longer it gets into it, the more defined and precise you get, okay? But at first, and I'm just drawing circles, but at first it's just light, loose, and sketchy. And you might want to think about the composition, how things are arranged and composed in the drawing, and think about the overall design. Don't just start drawing really tight on your paper and then that's set in stone. There's nothing you can do with it. So start out real loose, sketchy. It's just like comic books used to be drawn. They would start out really light and sketchy, say if they're drawing Spider-Man, and then they would go and commit and go darker as they went. So large, and I'm trying to talk, draw, and hold the camera. So large shapes first, and then medium shapes, and then small shapes. And then at the very end, okay, the last thing you do, not at the beginning, the last thing you do is add the details, okay? So that's the very end thing. But at first, you're going from large to medium to small. Start out loose, sketch it, hold the pencil right, okay? This is wrong, okay? Like, this is way too close to the lead. The pencil is long for a reason, okay? So hold it at least right there. And what I did for elementary students when I taught is I would put a piece of tape right here, and they couldn't go past that tape. But this is high school. You're at DB. So hold it tight. Hold it loose, sorry. Hold it loose about right here. And then when you're doing value, you're going to hold it towards the end and lightly build up the shade. Now, you're going to spend a lot of time on your drawings in here. We're not going to do, really quick drawings. So this drawing that I sent, just want to talk about for a second. This is the one that I did in Drawing 1 at Western Kentucky. I spent about a month on this. I don't know how many hours I have in this one, 35, 40 maybe. So it took a really long time. And the first thing I did was I lightly sketched out the mannequin, just real light and loose. And then the still life, worked on the background, the value scale right there that we're gonna do. So you know you're not in a hurry, okay? This isn't a race. You're going really slow, hold the pencil loose, light strokes, and build up the forms and the shapes from large to medium to small. And then at the very end, then you add the detail, okay? The highlights, eyebrows, eyelashes, teeth, things like that. Just the really small stuff. That's at the very end. And the last thing is, you want to spend as much time on the background as you do the foreground, okay? The positive space in this drawing is the mannequin and the still life. And the negative space, or the background, is the value and the grace and the value scale, and then the values behind it, okay? That's the background. So you want to spend time on the background also. You just don't want to have an object and you spend no time on the background. So I hope this helps, and I'm going to send this out through Aspen, through my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, and keep drawing. Just go slow and keep developing it. Any questions, send me an email. Thanks.